What is up? It's your boy JNW Boss in the building, and as a small YouTuber, I've ran into quite a few things. You know, and I guess seeing the part that I stream also kind of helps out too. You know, that I've ran into different types of people, and I've noticed there are probably a couple of things that I recommend small YouTube channels to avoid. What are they? Well, allow me to help you out, allow me to break it down, and of course, you know, we get down following the intro. Let's get into this. The two things I recommend smaller YouTube channels to avoid. Let's start with number one. Yes, avoid the shout out Sunday stuff, because it looks real tempting. This shout out Sundays crap looks very tempting. Like, you'll get a comment under your video, and in fact I know this because I've had this happen to me. You will get a comment under your video saying, "Nice video, I really enjoyed your content. You have a lot of potential. I hope your channel blows up one day," whatever spin they want to put on it. And they would say, I do a shout out Sunday series. Check out my channel. And then they give you like a list of rules. Because with what happened with me, there have been a couple famous people that have actually been talked about by other YouTubers. So what happened to me? And first off, the channel itself will have like a good couple thousand of subscribers. Typically, what I dealt with, the channel that did this with me had a good couple thousand of subscribers, which makes it seem like, okay, I'm actually gonna get something from this. I'm actually gonna get something out of this. You don't. Because the rule was, this is the rule that I had to follow. I had to follow, subscribe to his channel. So I did. I subscribed to his channel. Then the thing that kind of started to get me a little bit sketchy was I had to subscribe to this other channel. It wasn't his second channel. It's not like this was his second channel, but it was his like his friend's channel or something like that. So it was his friend's channel or something like that. Then I had to subscribe to the winner and whatnot. Now, let me say this before I get into any of this. There are some channels that do shout out Sundays that are legit. You know, they either, you know, shout out channels that they found were impressive, you know, during the week or whatever. And, you know, so some shout out channels are legit. So don't assume all shout out channels or shout out Sunday, whatever day they choose, channels aren't legit. Some of them are. There are a good few that are, but I would say, so whenever you see one of those videos, don't be real quick to jump on it. Maybe look at it first, see what they do, look at their channel, see what they do, and see if you can notice a type of pattern. Because some of the patterns may include they typically shout out specific people in, they shout out maybe some of the same people in a different shout out video. In, you know, each shout out video they kind of shout out some of the same people, and they maybe shout out maybe a couple of others. So I say maybe be careful. If you're gonna do a shout out Sunday, if you want to be a part of it, that's fine, do what you want to do. I'm just saying, kind of maybe be careful with it, because you may end up getting a whole lot of subscribers. If it works out for you, you may end up getting a whole lot of subscribers, but how many of them will actually be active? Because that's the main thing they promise you, active subscribers. Now, me personally, I'm not into that. I'm not into the whole, you know, shout out Sunday thing. Because me personally, I feel that if somebody's gonna come to my channel and leave a comment on my channel, and they say, "Hey dude, your content's pretty good, I want to shout you out," and if they don't have the shout out Sunday thing attached to it, then that means they actually enjoy my content. But if I'm sitting there getting subscribers, and I see a comment that says, oh, so-and-so sent me, and I go look at their channel and it was like a shout out Sunday thing, I would feel like, okay, they're only here to get the shout out thing. And I'm pretty sure once they get their shout out, they probably might unsubscribe, you know what I mean? Or not really watch any of the videos or whatever. So I'll say maybe kind of watch out for that little shout out Sunday stuff, because some of it is complete bull crap. And the thing that I found sketchy was not only the fact that I had to subscribe to his channel first, that was like the #1 rule. Then I had to subscribe to his friend's channel, and I had to stay active on that main channel and subscribe to the winners. Well, how are you able to keep track of all of this with the amount of subscribers and stuff that you have and gain from doing this stuff? Makes sense, right? Like how are you able to keep track of how many, all the people that are subbed to you, then all the amount of people that are subbed to the friends, plus the amount of people that are subbed to the winners that came from this video, that your shout out video or whatever? I don't know. So I did that for like a couple days. I realized that there was a problem, and that's all the skepticism that I got from the shout out Sunday stuff. And I like, you know what? Forget this. Now some of the channel stuff was actually kind of good, and to those I actually kind of kept those channels up there. But a lot of the other ones, they weren't really entertaining, and I was like, oh, and plus the channels that typically get shouted out by those are channels that got a good couple 100,000 subs. At least the one that I've noticed, they had a good couple of 100,000 subs or whatever, or they had a good couple thousand. And me, I'm sitting here with 85. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, if I can get a shout out on a video like that with a brother that got a good couple thousand, 100,000, hundreds of thousands, this can work. But then I noticed that the channels that typically got shouted out were ones that had a good couple of 100,000. Now, if you end up getting one of those and it end up working out for you, you end up getting active stuff, great. Bravo, cool. It actually worked out for you. For me though, I'm not really trusting it. So watch out. If you can, maybe watch out or maybe avoid altogether the shout out Sunday stuff. And by the chance, if you don't see this video, there's a whole lot of videos of this stuff being exposed. But let me kind of do it as a guy who had this experience before. I'm speaking as a man who have had this experience before. So watch out. Just watch out for that stuff. Which leads me to point #2, and I guess this may just be my personal thing because I stream. But either way, here's point #2. Y'all know I stream. Y'all know I like to, and whenever I do stream, I have my camera on. And you know, whenever people jump in, I like to chat, I like to talk, I like to interact. I like to, if you leave me a comment saying, hey, what's up? I reply, hey, what's up? How you doing? Whatever, or welcome to the stream, or whatever. I'm a nice guy. In fact, jump into go watch any of my streams if you're new to this thing, and you'll see I'm pretty interactive with people. But I've had people come into my stream before, and I've had people literally lie about certain things on my stream before. I've literally had this happen. Like, so I would say, watch out for people who lie to you. You kind of detecting people are lying to you. Because I've had people comment on my videos, and I've had some people even jump in my stream and say, hey dude, I subbed to your channel. Can you do me a favor and sub back? Sounds cool. Means your stream must be doing something. However, there have been moments, and I've had people say that, and they literally did sub because I have it set that way I can see all the activities on my channel. Like if somebody replies to my comment, if someone comments on my video, or if someone subbed to my channel, I can see that stuff. But I've had moments where people say, hey dude, I subbed to your channel, can you do me a favor, sub back? And then they're gone. I'm like, okay. So I've noticed there was one particular time I was streaming NBA, and I think it was like maybe in the first 5 or 10 minutes, somebody jumps in, and the first thing they say is, hey dude, I subbed to your channel, can you sub back? Thanks. And they kind of waited a little bit because I think I was still playing, so I didn't really notice the comment initially. But then like maybe after like a minute or so, I noticed the comment, I read it, and I'm like, okay, cool, thanks for the sub. Hey man, I can't promise a sub, but I'll at least check out your channel, you know, and see if I like it. And after I said that, they were gone. I'm like, so the person literally just came here to say, check out my channel, I sub to you, and leave. Now, the thing was, this person didn't actually sub to my channel. The person never actually subbed to my channel. How do I know? Like I said, I have to set it that way you can get notifications. And plus, I didn't notice my sub count go up, and it was like, my stream that day went for like maybe an hour, so maybe a little bit over an hour. I've noticed my sub count never went up. My sub count never went up. I looked under activities. I went under the person's channel, and they had their, you know, activities. They have their, some people, they have their channel activities, you know, open for people to see. With this particular one though, I can actually look and see what channels he's subscribed to. I looked up and down that list. My channel was nowhere on that list. Even under activities, I looked up and down that list. My channel was nowhere under that list, because sometimes some people have their activities open, and you can see, oh, they subscribe to such and such channel this day or this time, whatever. I looked up and down the subscription list. My channel wasn't in there at all. And they have so many other channels under there. My channel was not one of them. And they said, that was the exact same person that said, hey, I subbed to your channel, can you sub back? Da, da, da. So I still looked at the guy's channel, and I didn't really like what I saw. But then I still realized that he didn't sub, and I never saw him again. By the way, I never saw this person in any of my streams again since then. And I still don't see him comment under any one of my videos or whatnot. So I think, me personally, if someone says they so basically, if you can't avoid lying about subbing to someone's channel, that's kind of low. It really is. So basically, I'm kind of saying two things in one here. One, kind of make sure someone is meaning what they say. Like if they say they sub to your channel, maybe look and see if they actually did before you start, you know, maybe subbing back and start liking all this stuff. Because me, I think if you do that, if you say you subbed and you really didn't, and then conveniently you leave right after I say I'll check out your stuff or whatever, then you obviously didn't. You know, I'm finding that a little bit sketchy. And another point, don't lie. Please do not lie to gain to lie, especially to other smaller YouTubers saying that you subbed. Because the guy who said that to me was like a dude who had like a little bit over 100 subs. I don't know what his channel's doing now. I don't know what he's doing now. But, you know, avoid lying to other smaller YouTubers, because us small YouTubers, we get excited when we see someone subscribe. We get a little bit excited. We're like, oh, now we must be doing something right. This is good. We're going in the right direction. Then you see this person didn't sub. It's like, dang, man, really? So don't lie to gain your sub, man. That's shady. That's real shady. That's real shady. Not slim shady, but still shady nonetheless. Anyway, though, that's the real thing I had to address. Certain things to avoid. One, be kind of cautious of shout out Sunday stuff or shout out whatever day videos. You know, if someone leaves a comment, check it out first. Make sure it's legit. If it isn't legit, then don't worry about it, because you're better off gaining subs through hard work, and though it'll take longer, you'll feel more accomplished when you actually do it. And kind of make sure, if someone says they sub to you, make sure they actually did. Because I've had people comment on my video saying they subbed and they didn't. And so they wanted me to check out their channel. They say they subbed and they didn't. And people try to do something sub thing. I'm not really a fan of that, but whatever. So things to be aware of. Make sure people are telling the truth. And if you can, maybe spot the sub for, maybe kind of be cautious of the shout out Sunday stuff. That's kind of a scam. And make sure people telling the truth to you. So, those are things to avoid. I will do a Survivor Series prediction video sometime. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you can, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the other videos and streams on this channel. Spread the word. Spread the word about this channel. Till next time I see you guys, be a boss, and I will holler at you guys later.